Condo rentals. What do you get for your money? In this video, I'm going to show you a number of condominiums that I've done videos at. Some are Airbnb, some are like this, considered fully furnished. And what you'll find, fully furnished means lots of different things to lots of different people. Location, location, location. Price can be higher depending upon your location. And how motivated the landlord, the owner, is to rent it, or the agent. So let's get right into it. This unit, you have a window type air conditioning unit there. You've got a nice sized balcony. You've got a couch that actually folds down, can be used as a bed. Great view. I think this is up 20 floors or so. Pretty nice area. Is considered fully furnished, and it's a one bedroom. I think it was going to rent for $25,000 a month, about 500, 450 US with the current exchange rate. Lots of glass, and then you're going to get lots of sun. And she was going to put in some heavy drapes in here. Got television. She's got includes Sky Cable, which I think was $1,600 a month. Little desk there, a little bit of storage. A split type, one window type and one split type aircon unit. Aircon generally are more efficient and cost less to run. And look at that view off towards Mactan Island. And the new bridge way off in the distance there. I think she was asking 25,000. Yeah, 25,000. And this was during the pandemic. And before the pandemic, when there was higher demand, she was getting 35,000, about $700 a month. A little bit of storage over there, and tastefully done. There was quite a bit of reasonable amount of ceiling lighting, so you have lighting in here. The refrigerator was a little bit small. Might want to replace that. She actually had 2 studio units and 1 bedroom unit here, and good size balcony. One problem there, you see the air conditioner unit should be up on the other wall back there, higher, so that it doesn't take up part of the livable space on the balcony. Not sure why they did that, but it is what it is. This is in the uptown area of Cebu City, not so far from Fuente Osmeña Boulevard, City Suites. It's also called Ramos Tower. And I looked at probably 6 different units in this building. There was always something I didn't like about the unit. Too much furnishings. Bad furnishings. One guy told him, everybody says, look at the view, and I said, look at the furniture, look at the furnishings. Your chairs are broken. It's a number of different reasons. I thought it was an agent, turned out to be the owner, and he said, well, I apologize, but he said, no, it's good to hear that type of thing. A little bit of you got CR, you got sink. You don't have a lot of storage. That's one thing I always look for, is storage around the bathroom. Where are you going to put everything? A lot of places don't even have that cabinet below here, but you got a water heater in the shower area.
All right,
anyway,
Avida.
This is the second one.
1 bedroom unit. And this is an Airbnb unit, and my friend is renting it presently, so it looks lived in. And fully furnished. Microwave, and I think he's got a hot plate in here, I believe. Water heater. And the Instapot, the storage container, that's his. Comes with the table, of course. The water dispenser. Television, Wi-Fi, and cable. Decent sized couch, which is unusual. A lot of these couches are pretty small. Little storage area. Looks like a extra fold-out bed there. And window type AC. The nice thing about window type ACs is that they can act as white noise if you have some noise, roosters or something in the morning, karaoke. So a nice comfortable bed, another AC unit here. Now he bought these blackout curtains and he's used them in a couple different units.
My friend almost always uses Airbnb or goes through other owners that he knows has met. And because he wants everything all in, including electric, all the utilities, so he doesn't have to put deposits down, worry about the electric bill. If you're a landlord, you've got to raise the rate to cover electric if somebody's going to run that AC very cold 24/7. Anyway, he's getting some pretty reasonable prices. So you look around, you can find a decent place at a reasonable rate. There is still lots of competition going on.
Studio.
You can sleep here. Wow.
Go on, climb the ladder up, monkey. Oh, that's good. That's sensible.
Can you imagine?
Oh, wow.
This is a bed. This is the bed.
Oh.
Yeah.
That falls down.
Yeah. This all the couch will fit in the cabinet. That's for this cabinet. You pull this out and make this bed.
Get a bum shot.
Give me
You don't want to hold on to. You don't want to
Yeah,
pull
hold
on the
this.
pipe though to pull you up. will
this
you?
should put something.
It should be strong. How is it up there?
See, he made this also safe as well.
So good.
Oh, another
And this one is
wide open door.
Yeah. Look at this box. There you go.
Oh, okay.
one.
Yeah.
Some, oh,
Yeah, I was here when he was halfway through building it.
Ah. Okay.
oh, cabinet.
So yeah, that rolls. There's your television.
Yeah.
And what is this? This is a folding. Oh, you have to take it off.
Yeah, that's all for click. Really?
See the cabinets here?
Yeah, I can show you the pocket here.
Oh. So this turns into a bed, huh?
Camera rolling.
Yeah.
Oh.
And these, take these off.
And this is his own cabinet. That one you can pull this up. Oh, now I know. Oh, this
Okay.
is all
Storage under there?
Ah.
Oh,
All right.
So you got option. So if you've got guests coming over, you wouldn't want to do it every day, would you? But if you've got, if we're coming in for dinner.
What?
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, this is his.
All right. Nice mattress. All right.
You have the bed here. Yeah, nice.
I mean, having the doors open like this really makes it livable too.
Oh yeah.
He makes sure he uses all the space.
Yeah. Yeah. Very.
It needs a bit of oil on the.
No, there's a trick in here. I forget how to take this out. I have a picture for you.
You have a picture of it working, but you don't know how to work.
That's all really good storage up there too.
Yeah.
This goes to show you what you can do. You got small spaces, but if you design it properly, yeah, this owner did some major interior designing, and used every possible space for storage, and sometimes multiple uses for the same space. Like that bed, it would fold up during the day, and you've got a couch. And you can buy that type of thing. I've seen it in other condo developments where you can buy what we used to call a Murphy bed, and the bed folds up, and you have an office or a couch or something else worked into the deal. This was there again one of many I looked at in these towers, and during the pandemic, and in my opinion, it was even though very unique type setup, it was too small for too much money. I think they were asking 25,000. I don't absolutely remember the amount, but I think it was more than what. And even have a washer dryer in there, which is nice addition. This studio condo was over at Persimmon Condos in Cebu City. I lived in a one bedroom over there for a number of months. Anyway, this is a studio, relatively small refrigerator. That would be a deal killer for me. It's got a built-in two-plate stove there. Um, your little kitchen area, a little table bench there, small television, and air air conditioning unit and bed. So these studios are about 22 square meters. Pretty small, but I lived in a couple studios, and depends on how they're laid out and designed there again. And overlooking the lap pool, they got a real nice lap pool there. Was under repair for a number of months. The one bedroom I stayed in, the owner, Australian owner, offered me a very good deal, 10,000 a month for a year during the pandemic. And but they had some of the strictest rules there, and it'd feel like you were in prison. And I thought, no, even with that good deal, did not want to accept it. But I think you had to wear a face shield and a face mask, and to use the pool or gym, you had to make an appointment, one person at a time. And even though you're outside, and just yeah, too strict for me. There are a couple of points I want to make here. Number one, everybody's idea of fully furnished is different. So you really need to make a list of what you're looking for, what your requirements are, what your needs are as far as cooking. A lot of these condos I've looked in that say fully furnished. In fact, the pans to cook with are rusted, not something I would use. I know my friend has came into town a couple times, different places he's rented. He went out and bought his own pans, and they don't cost that much. 10-20 bucks to get something for several months. But anyway, the couch, various things like that, and in fact, I've got a friend that he's in a studio and he's been running his AC 24/7, 24 hours a day, and still sometimes he's not cool. Well, there's something wrong with the AC unit. I told him, go talk to the owner, and it needs to be cleaned or serviced or something. But then he decided, well, he was going to go back to the USA, so he wasn't going to bother with it this time. Read over the lease if you have lease terms. Read over it. I turned down a couple places after I read the lease terms because basically it said when you move in, if anything breaks, you have to replace it, fix it or replace it. So if the refrigerator a week or a month in stops working, I need to pay a repairman to fix it or replace it? I don't think so. Same thing with the AC or anything else in there. And so read your lease terms. Some of the terms are a little ridiculous. One day I've got copies of a couple leases. I'll go over some of the main types of details that I've been finding here. But read over them, and if they sound like you are going to be liable for a lot of repairs, you might think twice about where you're going to rent. Now, it's December here in the Philippines, and this is generally the high season, but after 2.5 years of worldwide travel lockdowns and restrictions, we've got a long ways to go to get back to the demand that there was in 2019. So there's still a lot of properties for rent and for sale, and you just need to find, if you're looking for, like I've said many times, there are basically three types of renters and a couple different types of landlords. As far as those people wanting to rent, they're those people with a lot of money and they're just looking for the place that they're comfortable with, the amenities they want, and that type of thing. Really, the cost doesn't really matter that much to them. They're the majority of us who are on some sort of fixed income, and we have to be a little bit careful about how much we spend on rent and food and entertainment and other items. And so we want to be comfortable, and yet we have to be careful, and we might need to negotiate. And I've been able to do that a couple places, negotiate the terms. A friend of mine has negotiated the terms. I talked to a foreigner years ago. He was going to rent a house south of Cebu City ways, and the guy wanted, I think, 12,000 pesos a month with a year lease, and he offered 10,000 a month and no deposit and cash up front. So he paid the 10 times 12, what, 120,000 pesos. If my quick math is 10,000 a month times 12, yeah, 120,000 pesos cash up front, no deposit required. And so he saved a substantial amount of money and happy with his deal. The owner had his cash up front, so he was happy with his deal. The most common rental terms in the Philippines is the first month's rent and then 2 months security deposit. Some people use one of those security deposit months to pay the last month. And I saw a survey recently, somebody put it out. I don't know how accurate it was, but he asked how many people got their deposit back. Well, I have 100% of the time. I think the first Australian guy kept 250 pesos, a few bucks to do the cleaning, even after I cleaned it. So there really wasn't much to do. But other than that, I've gotten all mine. I've rented from a couple Filipinos, and I've rented from a couple foreigners, Australians. And anyway, I always got my deposit back. But there was like 26% who said that, I think, if I remember right, said they did not receive all, or maybe they only received part of the deposit back. So that is a risk here and around the world. Understand that there are options for internet, for instance. You can get like Globe at Home or Smart Home, two cellular companies here for Wi-Fi. You can get pocket Wi-Fi's. Sometimes I use data on my phone when my line data isn't working very well. I've had Sky fiber cable, which wasn't very reliable, and I finally put in my PLDT, which is just a phone line basically, and it is faster than the fiber. So fiber isn't always necessarily higher speed and more reliable. Just depends on what you need, but I've had pretty good luck with my Globe phone data as well, using my phone, plug it into my computer, and using that data. But make a list. Make a list what your budget is. The experts say 25 to 30% of your net income should go to housing, not much more. In reality, around the world, a lot of people are spending 50%. But I think 25 to 30% is a safe figure to work with. And then understand what your budget is for food, entertainment, travel, all those other types of things. Girlfriends, boyfriends, and stay in control of your money and know when to say no. Stay within your budget. And if you look, you can find a lot of good deals, even in Cebu City, even in the cities, in the Manila areas. But it takes some hunting, and sometimes you need to network with Filipinos. Make sure they understand what you want, so you don't waste a lot of time looking at properties that you're not interested in, outside your budget range, and you might find yourself a good deal that you're real comfortable with. So the first two types of renters, the people who have a lot of money, don't need to worry about too much. most of us fit in that range where we have enough money most of the time if we're careful, and there are the people who are on a real tight budget. And there are those types of places out there too. They're just very, very basic. And for some, fully furnished means you got a mattress on the floor, and just a piece of foam, really foam mattress on the floor. You've got a rice cooker. You've got a small table to sit on, and maybe a sink and a CR. And to some people, that is fully furnished. And I've done videos at a few of those types of places as well for $10,000 a month, $200 a month, $250, $300 a month. For just a little bit more, you can get a whole lot more if you hunt for those types of deals. So check out my playlist for condos and apartments and homes. I've got dozens and dozens and dozens, and you can see what's available. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay safe, stay healthy, safe travels, and maybe we'll see you in the Philippines one of these days. Take care.